And then you're for sure gonna fall off the stage. Sarah won't, Chris won't, they're professional.
Dust, dust.
Is the same format that you'll be in for road shows all over the country as people come to your towns or as we broadcast again virtually. So today we'll see a short opportunity meeting followed by a detailed compensation plan training and a distributor leader call to action. So for our meeting here today, we're going to hand over to our amazing host, Chris and Sarah Smith from Utah.
Thank you, Selena. So how amazing was last night? Who attended Rock the Rhythm? Drop a one in the chat, raise your hand. It was the most amazing program last night. So we are Chris and Sarah Smith, and welcome guests. Welcome to you right in the room here. All the guests and distributors on Zoom, consultants, I should say, learning the new language of our evolution here. And just a little bit about us. We Gosh, this is our first rodeo in network marketing. My background has been in the healing arts as a medical massage therapist. I was the one who built 3 practices from the ground up. I love serving people. When this dropped into our lap, we were in the middle of a health crisis. To be honest, the products got us in. The opportunity and the culture of this company is what kept us. So we are here to just kick this off. I'm going to hand it over to my sweetheart, Chris, and he's going to bring up the next.
Yeah, so we're going to hear a lot of exciting information today. And it was about 10 years ago that we were sitting in those seats. So if you're a guest hearing this information for the first time, that was us 10 years ago. We were invited to listen to an opportunity. As Sarah said, we heard first about a product. We came to understand this company's product and technology. And after that, we had questions about this industry and this company. And we got to learn a lot of that information from some people that actually you're going to hear from today. You're going to hear from 2 top industry leaders. And more importantly, these are people who have helped this company along its path to get here, to build this foundation. The first person we're going to hear from today has been in this industry for more than 20 years, has produced upwards of $1.5 billion in sales, putting this gentleman as an industry leader. But as I said, more importantly to our company and what we do here, helped rescue this company when it was looking to build a voice for its product. And I feel like we're at that threshold again. We're at a place where we're ready to break through the ceiling and kind of launch off this foundation that's been built. And this first leader we're going to bring up is one of our top consultants in this company, an industry leader, Tyler Daniels. Come on up and kick this Evolve Tour off.
Wow. Well, hey, let me do a couple things before we get started up here. I need to make one little disclaimer for the company. This is the distributor portion of this event. And so I just want to be very, very clear that this is for us. This is the distributor side. We'll get into the corporate side right after that. Is that all right? Okay. All right. So my name's Tyler Daniels. You guys, I've been in the industry about 20 years. I want to take you guys back to when I first got introduced to this company. And I want to talk to you a little bit about how that happened. My goal here today is to talk about kind of the foundation of this company so you can understand where we're going to go. I'm going to take you back to where we were. I'm going to bring up a good friend of mine to talk about where we're at so that you guys can get a really good picture of where we're going. Does that sound all right? Okay. So thanks for being here, you guys. Thanks for everybody jumping on this Zoom call. We have a ton of people. I heard there's over 400 people on the Zoom today, so that's exciting. Oh, there's now 1,000. I just got the update. There's now 1,000. We got 1,000. We broke 1,000 on the Zoom. That's even better. So let me take you guys back over 10 years ago. Let me take you back to when I got the message to come and take a look at this company. I got invited down to San Diego, and they showed me a little video called an ABC Primetime video that was an investigative report. And what this report was trying to do is trying to discredit some of the science on this product that they were really, really excited about. Because they couldn't, they decided they were going to go ahead and ask us to create a distribution model or a distribution line for this product. They wanted to give this product a voice. That's really how this whole thing came about. They said, we need people to understand a product that we think is going to change everyone's lives. That product is called Protandim. There's a bunch of us that are really excited about what that's done in our lives. There's a bunch of us that have realized how big that can be in our financial lives as well, because it's the core of our company. We got excited about the fact that there was no other company that had a product like this. We liked the fact that it was going to be something that needed an explanation. We were excited that it was something that was going to allow us to invite other people to give it a voice. We knew that you could not just put this on a store shelf and have people understand what it was, because the conversation was so advanced from what we understood about how your body works. So we got started in this thing, you guys. We took the company from about 3 million in total sales to over 200 million in sales in about a 4-year period. That was a really explosive time for us. It led to a whole bunch of things called peer reviews. It led to a whole bunch of scientific community people looking at how this product would benefit something they were studying. We ended up getting over 30 of these peer reviews, you guys, in the last 13 years. They range from Harvard to National Institutes of Health to international universities to the American Heart Association. I mean, all these different companies and these different scientific places have been trying to figure out the impact that our Protandim product would have on the different diseases that they're studying. And so they got really excited. They published them in what's called a peer review. They came up with a study. They had their peers review it to make sure that that study was something that could be duplicated, and then publish those for all of us to read. So if you're wondering where you can go get that stuff, you can go to Google Scholar and get that. You can go to PubMed and look at that kind of stuff. Just go type in oxidative stress and Protandim, and you'll be able to read all you want about it. But what happens, you guys, in those very first early stages of this business is we were able to go out and develop a team of people that were so willing to go out and talk about this product that we have elevated several hundred people to the upper ranks of this company. It also led us to a point where we needed to develop that leadership. And so for a few years, the company kind of flatlined out. We hit a little plateau. And then it took the courage of our current corporate staff to start asking some important questions. How can we reward people better? How can we get people more excited to tell this story? How can we go out and get people to talk to their friends, their family, their neighbors, introduce them to this product that we know is really changing people's lives? They also started looking at, can we add some other products to this product line? Can we add some other ingredients to this product line that will help enhance what Protandim does? So let me tell you really quickly what Protandim does. I'm going to tell you what the scientist who developed it, the guy who discovered it, I'm going to tell you what his words to me were to simplify explaining Protandim. You guys want to know what he told me? You guys want to know what he told me? And so you don't have to go and understand all the big scientific words that are out there, okay? I pulled him off behind the stage one day and I said, okay, I don't understand anything you said on stage. Nothing. I don't understand any of it. In fact, I started playing games on my phone because you lost me, right? Sounds great. I think you're awesome, but how do I say this to somebody new? How do I say this to someone who I'm just going to show this? I'm a real estate appraiser. What do I do? And he dumbed it down for me. You guys, this is what he really did. He goes, okay, Tyler. And he started talking really slow to me. And I said, I can understand you. You can talk a little faster. You don't need, it doesn't have to be slow. And he goes, okay. He goes, here's really what it is. He goes, when your body is young, he goes, your body's like a faucet. He goes, your body has that faucet turned completely on. It makes enzymes. Those enzymes help your body recover. They basically fix the problems that you create day after day after day. That's what they do. He goes, when you're young, the faucet is completely on, making all the stuff, and he called it stuff, which I appreciated, right? He called it stuff, makes all the stuff to help your body recover. So as you age, if you can just imagine the faucet kind of turning off a little bit every single year, he goes, that faucet will ultimately turn off. And I said to him, I go, well, what happens when the faucet turns off? And he goes, you die. And I went, oh, okay, good enough. He goes, what Protandim does is turn the faucet back on. He goes, that's what it does. It tells your body to behave like it already knows how. It tells your body to produce those enzymes again so you can repair and recover from all the damage that you create, okay? That is the story that we have been telling now for all of these years to get people to just take a look at what Protandim is. The courage now of our CEO and the staff that he has put together in the last 2 years, the courage that they have had over the last 2 years to look at that and say, how do we take getting your body from the most optimal recovery possible to maximizing that recovery is where we're landing today. That's why we're having this conversation today. That's why you guys got invited into the room today. We're asking you to help us tell this story about recovery and then maximizing that. And then we're going to tell you how we're going to reward you for that, okay? So about 2 years ago, we started this process. There's several of us that sit on a field advisory board. We started having this conversation about how do we want to encourage people to tell the story more, and can we pay them more? So we created something called an MVP program. You need to understand what that MVP program is. It's a very, very powerful, successful way to structure your business so that you can maximize whatever reward you want from this company. They also said we're going to pay a cash reward if you will talk about what you're going to hear in just a second from one of my favorite presenters in the entire company. If you will talk about this, we're going to give you a cash reward as an additional incentive above and beyond what the compensation plan does. And then they asked Rachel and I to sit down in a room and make some suggestions on enhancing the reward, enhancing the compensation plan, which we announced last night. We had the single biggest announcement that we've ever had last night in the company. We had over 8,000 people watching that. Several of them had parties at their home. So I'm sure that there were maybe even 10 or 15,000 people that actually saw this information. We made that announcement last night. It's why we're here today. We're launching this company again today with all these different rewards. So that is a brief history on how we got to where we're at. You guys like that? Is that okay? Are you guys excited about where we're going? Okay. All right. I get the opportunity now to bring up somebody that I've become very close friends with, somebody that I have a ton of respect for, somebody that is on a different team in this company than me. We are on completely different teams, but somebody I wish was on my team. I wish she was on my team. Somebody that I've listened to throughout the years, deliver information in a way, you guys, she takes complex information and makes it simple. And I appreciate that about her. She's been in this industry for 17 years, you guys, 17 years. 17 years in this industry. She's done a few $100 million in sales. So that should lend some credibility just right there, right? And made, I'm just going to say gobs, okay? She says she's made millions of tacos. I'm going to say just gobs. She's made gobs because of her success, okay? She's made a ton of money helping other people develop leadership. What her role is in this industry is to develop your ability to become a leader for your team. That's what she does. She is a mother to 2 little furries. So if you're an animal lover, you're going to love her. She's a mother to 2 little furries. She has an incredible husband that one of these days is going to take me ice fishing because she says they live in Siberia. That is Minnesota, for those of you that don't know where Siberia is. She lives in Siberia. She's all the way down here in Salt Lake City, Utah with us. My friend, somebody I have a ton of respect for. Please welcome Rachel Picard.
All right, guys. Hello. Hello, everybody that is watching on our live stream. So you guys just had the opportunity to learn a little bit where we came from. And it's been pretty good, hasn't it been? Amazing. Say yes. But how many of you guys know it's about to get gooder? We are about to evolve this entire company. And I have the privilege of kind of piggybacking off of Tyler, one of my mentors and friends, to talk about what has now changed and what is changing over the last 6 to 7 months, including a revolutionary new technology in the activation space, which is the world's first collagen activator, and the opportunity behind it. So if you guys are ready, say I'm ready. Say I'm ready in the chat. Here we go. Where do I click it? There we are. So that is me. I don't know who that is. I've never looked like her a day in my life. That's like Master Pro 10 Barbie, but I love this company. And when I found this years ago, like many of you, I found it because I was in a health crisis. I was stressed out. I was burnt out. I was gaining weight in all the wrong places. My hair was breaking off. My gut was a mess. And my girlfriend told me about a little yellow activator. How many of you guys know Protandim Nerve 2? And I actually started, like many of you guys, as a customer. And I had a transformation within 2 days on the product. I slept amazing. I felt incredible. And I began to share a primetime report with friends. And they all were like, how do we get it? How do we order? I said, hold on, I'm not started yet. And so I got started as a consultant and just began to share this idea of combating oxidative stress. Well, 90,000 customers later and a team that's done over 100 million in revenue, it's changed my life. And I want you guys to know that whether you're 13 years in this business or 13 minutes, that you guys have the opportunity over the next few months and years to change your life just like it has for me. So let's dive in. Obviously, everybody's results are going to vary depending on the effort, your work, your leadership, even the market, like a pandemic, that can really affect your results. So I talk about 5 things every day. 5 things every day. I talk about the science that we have, the results that people are getting, the company behind the technology, as well as how we're going to make money doing this, and the system that's putting thousands of people inside of LifeVantage every single month. So let's dive into the science. Now, I'm going to try to make science approachable, science sexy, science fun, but let's kind of dive into it a little bit because really it is our science that sets us apart. What we have in LifeVantage is so different than every other, whether network marketing or e-commerce wellness company out there, because we have results proven, clinically, dated, peer-reviewed. I want to share what that is. So collagen, how many of you guys have taken a collagen before? Raise your hand. Drop a 2 in the chat if you guys have taken a collagen before. I took collagen for years. Sometimes I double stack them. I took a pill collagen. I took a powder collagen. They said to put it in your coffee. Have you guys ever done that? Like put it in, it was like sacrilegious. Don't put collagen in your coffee. It tastes like bone. But I never saw a result. I'm an athlete. I've run half marathons. I weightlift, and I would always take it for whether hair or joints. I never really saw anything. And then True Science. But collagen is huge. Why is it so big right now? Why is it everywhere? Because it's a third of your body. A third of your proteins are made up of collagen. So this is an important part of our aging process, how we feel, how we look. And I have bad news. It starts, your collagen production declines starting at about 20 to 30 years old. This is where everyone in the audience says, boo, right? And so we start to see this visibly first, right? In our 30s, crow's feet, ladies, a little bit of forehead wrinkles, but that is happening all over our bodies. But does actually taking collagen have any effect? The science says yes. In fact, supplementing or taking collagen is really good for you. We see that it helps with, the appearance of sagging skin, the elasticity, our glow. But I want to share with you, it is way beyond skin deep. Okay. So collagen has a benefit in our nail health, in our hair health, muscle recovery, our joints, in our gut health, bone. I learned that 90% of your eyeballs are made up of collagen. I don't know about you, but I value my vision more than any other, sense. And so when I knew that, I'm like, okay, collagen is going to help that. It also helps with your liver and detoxification. Think about your cardiovascular system, arteries and veins. Do we want them to be flexible? Right? Does that make sense? That's collagen, protein. Collagen helps with sleep, mood, brain, cognition, even sexual health. Men in the audience. And so if you're wondering, like, guys are like, I don't need to, fight my wrinkles. And I'm like, well, really good for reproductive health. So we'll leave it at that. This is a family show, all disclaimers there, but the benefits go way beyond skin. So what makes our collagen superior and unique? Because honestly, you can get collagen anywhere. GNC, Rite Aid, CVS, Whole Foods. I've seen collagen at a gas station, right? It is everywhere. Everyone has a collagen. So what makes True Science superior and unique? Well, it's the only one with a ARM approach, ARM, write that down, put it in the chat, ARM, where every single other collagen on the market, it simply replenishes. All it's really trying to do is shove collagen inside of your cells. That's what I was doing for 4 years before True Science, supplementing, downing all this collagen. No other collagen on the market before us actually activates and maintains the collagen that you have. Let's dive into this. It's all about our formula. The A in our ARM is activation. Repeat after me, activate. We use this with ruby red quinoa extract. Isn't she pretty? That's like the prettiest grain I've ever seen in my life. Like, look how gorgeous she is. We get this from Asia. It actually activates genes without getting too nerdy. The TGM1, KRT1, KRT10. This boosts your collagen production by 5 times in a matter of just a couple of weeks. We also see some of our important blood antioxidants like SOD and catalysts. These are, how do I say it? They're like the superheroes in your blood that go fight cellular crime. And what Ruby Red Quinoa does is it increases those genes by 2,700% and 202% respectively. We also see the COLA A1, A2 gene. It's a type 1 collagen. This is mostly in our skin, ladies. Really important for that anti-aging look. It actually increases that collagen production by 42% in our clinical studies. It helps the cell absorb, receive collagen, and it decreases the MMP9 gene that degrades collagen. So we all love Ruby Red Quinoa, right? Give it a round of applause. We love this baby. This is in our True Science Liquid Collagen. And the clinical studies are compelling. We see this in our actual studies with collagen density, where you see a lot of black that's lacking collagen. And after just 8 weeks of supplementation, look at all the green. Do you guys see the difference? Yes? Pretty incredible. The bottom line is you don't want to just simply take collagen. You want to make your own. Now, we also replenish, like we got to take collagen, of course, too. Well, we have seen with our formulators and scientific advisory board that about 5,000 milligrams is the clinical recommended dose. It's the proven dose. And what we use is responsible and sustainably caught fish. So marine peptides, this blend actually helps boost things like our skin moisture, the glow. You're going to see elasticity. And we actually in our blend contain 10 types of collagen. Most of our competitors are 1 to 2. Do you guys want 10 or 1? Yeah, obviously, clearly. If I can have more types that affect more parts of my body, that's going to improve the results. Now, the M in the ARM approach is maintain. This is where we use a proprietary antioxidant blend. It's berries and citrus. And what it does, I want you guys to imagine your collagen matrices. That's a really good word. It's like a $10 word, matrices. I want you to imagine your collagen in your body, your protein is like a structure. It keeps you held together, right? And how many of you guys have ever slept on a really bad mattress before? Like a 20-year-old lumpy innerspring mattress? And you're like somebody like a friend's basement, like your spare bedroom. And you wake up and your neck's like, oh man, it's like all these divots. What happened to the mattress over time? The coils began to degrade, right? The same thing happens with collagen. So when we see the wrinkles on our face, I need you guys to get this. That's happening in every organ. All of those organ systems I shared with you, that's happening everywhere. You're just seeing it visibly. And now you guys say, you're getting it, right? So these extracts, what they do is they slow down the breakdown of the mattress. So we're going to maintain what you already got. Now, what's not in it? No sugar, no artificial flavors or sweeteners. It's non-GMO, soy-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, and it tastes incredible. If you guys are in the chat and you've tried our True Science Liquid Collagen, give it some love. It's the best 1.7 ounces of my day. And my only problem with the team, I'm like, please make it like 5 to 8 ounces. I could carry it around in like a wine glass, like feel really rah-rah about it. Now, in our studies, what we saw, collagen density in 8 weeks was increased 42%. We saw skin roughness reduced by 10%. We saw the depths, really the depths of your crow's feet decrease by about 1/4. We saw the blood enzymes increase that we want, and also skin elasticity, that's firmness, increased by 8%. So pretty compelling. Now, I get asked all the time, Rach, why liquid? Liquid's more expensive, it's heavier to ship, right? The portability. Yeah, powder is great. You can take it anywhere in like a little baggie, but it's got really poor absorption. The studies show that about only 10 to 30% of it's absorbed. So to put this in perspective, that blue tub you can get from the other guys, that's really cheap from Costco, you'll have to take 10 scoops to equal our 1 little shot of collagen. So you're not really saving money, you're actually wasting time and taking a product that's not really delightful. What we use is a hydrolyzed liquid collagen that the body can receive. It can welcome it in. It's like, okay, it just goes into the cells and go to work. So if I'm gonna spend my hard-earned money, if you guys are gonna spend your hard-earned money, get the collagen that actually works instead of wasting time on something your body doesn't know how to break down. Does this make sense? Say yes. All right, enough with the jargon, enough with the genes. You guys want to see the results, right? All right, as I always say, documentation beats conversation. The best part, these are my friends. These are my friends. This is Jane, 30 days on our True Science Liquid Collagen. Now, all results are going to vary, but can we just all agree that Jane is beautiful before? But hello. Hello, this is Steph's neck and décolleté. We see that actually with women, I think the fastest. We see that a lot like in this area, so pretty awesome. Look at Seth. Look at his crow's feet after 2 weeks. Not 2 years, not 6 months on the products, a couple of weekends, and it looks like literally he is like, got like something done, like an injectable. We have Becky, we start to see things like the pigmentation, the glow, the freshness of the face just look amazing. That's my mama. My mama is 70 years young. Look at her neck. I got to see her 3 weeks after she started taking the product. I couldn't believe my eyes. I've looked at my mom my entire life. I'm like, you are literally Benjamin Buttoning right now. Again, the necks on women, it's incredible. The lady on the left, 15 days. If you told me she got a facelift, I would have believed you. That or like a 15-day like trip in Cabo, right? She just spent like 15 days doing nothing. Doesn't she look rested? Amazing. We all want that result. Again, pigmentation, this woman on the right, young. Why would you take collagen? Look at how her skin has improved. Again, the 11 lines, my husband has these, we call this his work eyebrow. His work eyebrow. And we see the legs, elasticity, stretch marks, cellulite improved. This is Sean, his 30 and 45 day results. Sean's an attractive guy, but doesn't he look happier? Yeah, just doesn't after 30 days. He just looks happier. But you'll see also an improvement in like the suppleness, that youthful like plumpness in the skin start to increase. So really amazing. Again, under eye, super hard without surgery to really treat. And we're seeing a lot of that collagen kind of fill in. Again, wake up refreshed. Legs, stomachs, we've seen, look at this post baby. How many mamas on the line are like, okay, I need these results. Hair, pigmentation. Guys, where are my guys in the chat? How many guys want results like this? It is absolutely incredible. But I have to point it to this. If they're seeing these results on the outside, what is happening internally? What is happening with their eyeballs and their cardiovascular system and their liver and their gut? Could you guys imagine that they're probably getting healthier head to toe, inside and out? Say yes. Now, at this point, if you're watching this, you're probably ready to buy. You're like, I want to start my transformation on TrueScience Liquid Collagen. But I have a question. If we could show you today how you could share this with a couple of friends and get your product paid for, would you guys be interested in that? Well, I'm going to show you guys that. The timing with LifeVantage and TrueScience Liquid Collagen couldn't be better. Just a few years ago, the global collagen market was about $3 billion a year. In 2020, jumped to over $8 billion. And in the next few years is expected to double to nearly $17 billion. I don't know about you guys, but as an entrepreneur, I see waves and I want to get in front of them. And this is a big wave that we have positioned ourselves. Now, what sets us apart is really the brand behind TrueScience Liquid Collagen. As Tyler shared, we are not new to product manufacturing. We have been producing products, breakthroughs in technology and anti-aging for over 20 years. We've done over $2 billion in sales, right now over $200 million a year, stable, debt-free company. But guys, we're untapped. We have less than 70,000 distributors, consultants worldwide. And I'll tell you guys, TrueScience Liquid Collagen just launched last June. We just had our biggest month at over 3.1 million in sales in December. So the timing is amazing. And as Tyler shared and I shared, we got excited about this because of the little yellow activator. How many of you guys love Protandim Nerve 2? Raise your hand. All right, drop a 4 in the chat if you guys love our little yellow activator. I just want to spend just a moment because I think if you get this, you'll get why our collagen is superior and different. If you understand what we've done with this product, it is the only proven supplement on the planet that is clinically shown to reduce your oxidative stress, that's like cellular damage, by 40% in just 30 days. It has over 30 peer reviews, 7 patents. And I want to share with you guys that this product actually activates over 600 survival genes. How many of you guys have heard of glutathione? Drop a 5 in the chat, raise your hand here. Glutathione. This is the mother of all antioxidants. It protects the DNA of the cell, kind of important, right? So this product every day is cellular protection. It's pivotal in the anti-inflammation process. It's also pivotal for immune health, kind of important right now, right? And what we see, this is amazing. This is a great quote to kind of put a cherry on top. A recent study by the University of Washington says that NRF2 activation, read it with me, guardian of health span and the gatekeeper of species longevity. It protects against many age-related diseases and may become the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. That is our NRF2 product. That is our flagship. So if we produce this miracle right here, what do you think that this collagen can do? If we produce the best and the most, like people are like, oh, you have an anti-aging product? I'm like, no, we have the anti-aging product in the world. And that's who created TrueScience Liquid Collagen. So when I see this combination of Protandim and TrueScience Liquid Collagen, to me, it's the 1-2 punch against aging. And I can get really excited about that. How many of you guys? Let me hear from you in the audience. Now, as a LifeVantage consultant, We get access to the entire product line, not just liquid collagen. That gives us more choices of things to promote and get excited about. It gives us more possibilities and more income opportunity. Now, I don't have time today because of time constraints to go through every single product, but I want you guys just to know an overview. We have 4 major product lines. We help you optimize your health. We help you achieve more daily, look radiant, and then evolve possibilities. So our product line, we are the world leader in activation. So we have activated body care, CBD activated like joint and like pain rubs. We have activated anti-aging solutions in our Pro Tandem Synergizer line. We have activated Nerve 2 skincare and hair care. We also have daily health essentials like immune and gut health, eye health, etc. We also have incredible weight management and energy products. How many of you guys love our Axio? Kind of addicting. I'm team purple grape, by the way. You have to let me know in the chat what team you guys are. Somebody said they're like team like green grape. I'm like, huh? Is anybody team spice plum? Is that a thing? No, these products are amazing. I think as you create a relationship with them, what you'll be most incredible, like kind of blown away by is they all taste amazing, smell amazing, feel amazing, and they work. And I love the fact that they're affordable and proven. So we help you optimize your health, achieve more, and look radiant. But what is Evolve? What is this 4th product pillar? I would dare to say that it's our best product. And that is the opportunity. Evolve, and what we're launching here today as this kind of LifeVantage 2.0 is really the opportunity for you to change the possibilities of your life, the possibility of making extra money, the possibility of working anywhere, the possibility of taking control of your family's future, the possibility of having less stress, more fun, more wins in your life, more of a challenge, and being in a community of like-minded entrepreneurs. That's what Evolve is. So if you're interested in saying like, hey, I would love to evolve my life, my bank account, I'd like to help other people get activated on these products, then you want to get started. We have a couple different enrollment packs, but my favorite is the Elite Pack. And I'll just spend a moment here because not only does it give you our TrueScience Liquid Collagen, our little yellow activator, Nerve 2, but you're also going to get some of our best products throughout the line. And I don't know about you guys, but as a businesswoman, if I'm going to share a product line, I need to feel it. I need to experience it. And so, and this is, for most people, talk to your tax person, but tax write-off. And so for less than the cost of an iPhone, you're in business and you're ready to get started. So once you get started, we're going to plug you into our system. And this is what's working to build us to over 200 million a year. Is we have a very step-by-step business plan. We have a great consultant path now to help you become profitable. We have a very viral selling system called ITT, and you can build your business from your phone. We have a mobile app that allows you to manage your customers, manage your team, and really grow your business. And the training here is world-class to help you build yourself, build your team, and build your leadership. The best part is not your mama's lipstick business. So there's no shipping product. There's no inventory. There's no inventory invoicing. Can we all say amen in the chat? Amen here. Oh gosh. I'm like, no, we are building an online business. It is e-commerce. We have leverage. We can build this anywhere, anytime in the nooks and crannies of our life. And we get to plug into the community. Because I don't know about you, but like, I love working for myself, but I hate working alone. I love the fact that I have all these other people, these consultants that are on the same mission of activation, and we can help each other in the journey. There's also unlimited potential. I guys love your boss saying you get a 3.2% raise this year. And you're like, inflation 17%. Thanks, buddy. Right? Eggs are like $9 a dozen or something. Who's considering a chicken coop? Nope. Okay. I looked into it. So you have a couple options at this point. Option 1 is to become a customer. So you want to start your transformation. You could get started at our base, just on our liquid collagen, begin getting those results and feeling great. Make sure you take photos. It'll blow your mind. Option 2, what I recommend is actually our Healthy Glow Stack. This gives you the 1-2 punch against aging. So you're not only fighting it on the outside, but in every single cell of your body. Option 2 is to join the team. And we're kind of at a very interesting precipice. Where are all these? I'm a college dropout, guys. Where are these words coming from? Hanging out with Steve Fife too much. Like, wow, just getting smarter, just being in the room. But we're at a very interesting point to this company where we are incredibly healthy. We've just launched what you're going to see over the next hour and a half if you stick around. A very lucrative opportunity with our Evolve Comp Plan enhancements. But we need you. We're looking for you. We're looking for people that say, hey, I want to evolve my life. I could get excited, not promoting commodity products, but something that really stands apart in the marketplace. Maybe you're looking for something, a good side hustle, and you want to be the first in your community to bring this activation message to. And so if that's you guys, I recommend that you get started and join the team as a consultant. And if you guys want to learn how to make money with Evolve, then you want to stick around because Tyler and I are going to come back here along with Selena, and we're going to be sharing a little bit more about the consultant path. So with that, guys, make a decision. You either want to get started as a customer or get started as a consultant. As I always say, when presented information, the best decision you can make in life is the right decision. The second best decision you can make in life is the wrong decision. And the worst decision you can make in life is no decision at all. So make a decision today. I want to welcome you to LifeVantage, and I can't wait to see your transformation. Thanks so much. Back to you guys.
All right, let's give it up for Rachel. Fantastic. Woo! So here is the point, and this is for all the consultants that are, kind of hosting. This is a time where people can actually walk out and spend a couple of minutes and get themselves enrolled, right? Just take a couple of minutes, get with your prospects, and this is really kind of the format. And then we'll take a couple of minutes and we'll kick off Mr. Tyler Daniels. So what's next? Selena. Okay.
And so for the sake of our rhythm here, being online, if you're at home and when you do these meetings out in the field, again, as Sarah mentioned, take some time, get some questions answered. People are going to want to enroll. There's a lot of excitement in this room. There's going to be a lot of excitement in the field. But right now, we're going to start our training portion. We're going to hear from some of our top consultants again on how to implement this Evolve plan. And we're going to start with our new friend, Selena Gomez, who we were very unclear on exactly why she was around, but now we're absolutely clear on why she's here and what she's going to do with us, with the company. So Selena, this is your section. Come on over and take it away.
We're excited for you guys. We're going to start talking about our new Evolve compensation plan that just launched last night. So if you joined us on Rock the Rhythm, you saw an overview of that. And today we'll be going through exactly how the Evolve plan works. So I'll talk through kind of our consultant path, which is how you get started and the requirements for you to be able to move up in rank and rank advance within our plan. And then Tyler and Rachel will take you through kind of how all of the bonuses work. So you understand exactly how moving up and rank advancing impacts your income and your future opportunities. So as we look at this, there's an agenda slide. I should have clicked. And then they'll take us through kind of an action plan. So whether you're a consultant who's already been with us, someone who's deciding to join us today, or someone who's been with us just for a little bit of time, you'll have an action plan of exactly what to do leaving here. So you can maximize your time and your efforts to make sure that you're building towards our new Evolve plan and teaching your teams to do the same. Rachel did an amazing job talking about our activation pillars. And this is something we're so excited about that differentiates us here at LifeVantage. We treat our Evolve possibilities and our compensation plan just as well as we treat any of our product launches. So you'll be excited to see the excitement here, the amount of resources and assets, and lots of trainings coming and updates to our back office and tools so you can manage your businesses and know exactly how you're performing to the new plan. All right, so as we look at some of the things that have changed in our compensation plan, if you were with us previously, we have a few key terms that you'll see have been updated throughout our plan. We are evolving as a company and making sure that we're staying relevant to the people you're talking to, what they're seeing out there in the space. So we'll be calling our distributors consultants. We've also updated some of the volume requirements. So your personal volume will be your personal purchases. Customer volume will be your customer purchases. And then your sales volume requirement will be the combination of your own personal purchases and any of the volume that comes from your customers. We'll be continuing to talk about group sales volume, which will now become our organizational sales volume. So talking about your teams that way and making sure you understand exactly how, as you grow your businesses, that volume helps you rank, advance, and do those things. And we'll be referring to our sponsors. They'll become our enrollers, and we'll kind of just jump right into the career path. So as we look at the consultant path, as you start a business, you're going to have different skills than you'll have a year from now or 2 years from now as you continue to evolve and grow your skills and build your business. When we looked at the plan, we wanted to make sure that what you're doing in the beginning is rewarded and that as you grow, your income and your opportunities grow with you. So we have different bonuses that are tied to the different phases of the plan. The beginning of the plan is going to be all about sharing. You're going to share your excitement for the products. You're going to share your excitement for your new business, for the things you're doing here with us at LifeVantage. And in that share section, you'll be rewarded through selling products to customers, through accumulating customer volume and having a nice subscription-based business, for enrolling new consultants and helping them getting started. As you continue to build in those next phases in our build and grow phase, you'll be having access to our enhanced level commissions, to mentor bonuses that help you really earn money for being able to help mentor and coach your teams and have them grow with you. And then advancing into leadership match and pools. And we'll talk through kind of how you rank advance. So the first requirement we have is our sales volume requirement. If you've been with us for a while, the old ranks are the similarity to where we were in our existing plan are listed there in gray for reference as we move from our current plan to our new plan. The sales volume requirement starts at 150 and goes up to 300. So this is the volume from your own personal purchases. So if you're buying product every month because you love it, and all of your customers. In the United States, we will have a personal purchase cap. This helps to keep us compliant with the changing regulations from the FTC in the network marketing space. So up to 150 of your own personal purchases counts towards any of your volume requirements. As we look at your group, as you start, the group sales volume starts at 150, which can be completely satisfied by your own personal purchases and starts to grow slowly over time. So in the beginning, you're going to be focusing on getting in and starting to build a customer-based business. That second rank advancement to consultant 2 comes at just having 500 in group sales volume. Each of the rank advancements we have on here was designed so that as you rank advance and get excited, that you'll have the next step really, really close. So they grow slowly over time as you start to have a bigger and bigger businesses to make those jumps. We have a new thing we're doing with our plan called the maximum volume rule. We used to have some different rules on how you had to build a business, how you had to balance legs. And the awesome thing about this is it's super simple. As we look at sources of volume, any person you bring in as a new consultant is considered a leg, and they're a source of volume. You and all your customers are also a source of volume. So you can build a really robust, big customer-based volume business and have a really great source of volume there. When we look at how we want to make sure that people are building and developing leadership and growing in multiple organizations, and you're sponsoring and helping to encourage your teams to grow, we will have a max based on your title of how much from any one source of volume can count. So starting in the beginning, the first few ranks, they have no maximum volume rule. That can all be based on customer volume and your personal purchases. And as you start to grow a team and enroll new consultants, you will be able to count a certain percentage of that volume towards your new rank advancement. So at consultant 3, early in the plan, you can count up to 750 volume from any one source. So that could be you and your customers. You will have to start growing a team to continue to rank advance and to be able to grow within the business. And so the other amount of volume there would be needs to be made up from one of your consultants that comes in and has their own business. Those volumes continue to change as we go through the plan, all the way up to our presidential ranks. This helps people to make sure that they're building balanced businesses, that they're investing time in all the consultants they bring in, and that they're working towards the new rank requirements. In our previous plan, it's simple here because it starts at 75% of volume can come from any one single source, and it goes down to 45. And for those of you who were here previously, that's a difference. It's a little bit easier than our current plan to be able to get to our top ranks and what counts in those leg balance requirements. But because of that, some of the other things that were challenging about our rank advancements, like the minimum of volume from a combined legs, they're gone. So it's just one simple rule. It follows you throughout the entire plan. There's no change in requirements later to reach our executive or presidential ranks, which was something that our field leaders felt really strongly about as we went to change the plan and to evolve it to make it easier for people to join the company and continue to grow with us. So that's kind of how the rank advancement path works, the consultant path works. Your people who brought you here today and your enroller will be able to answer a lot more questions about this. Rachel is going to be talking about our share section and how you earn money in the beginning of the plan when you're new and getting started by selling products to customers and starting to enroll people onto your teams. Woo!
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to share with you guys how to really start in the Evolve plan, how to become profitable in your new LifeVantage business, and how to maintain that profitability and some of the new exciting enhancements for getting somebody started. Now, to understand how this works, understand that we have a new product pricing tier. And as it stands now, moving on to March 1st and beyond, there will be 3 separate prices for each product. You'll have a one-time retail product price, you'll have a subscription customer price, and then consultants will always get the best price. Now, this provides us an opportunity to earn something called customer sales profit. Basically, as a consultant, think of this. Every time you make a product sale to a customer, whatever the difference between what they paid and you pay usually, you get that profit. Does that make sense? So if they paid retail, it's approximately 20%, meaning they just bought it one time. Or if they bought it on subscription, then it's approximately 10% every time they buy product. So this allows you on a given week to make some sales to some new customers or existing customers and get some commissions right away. So this profit, again, anything between what your customers pay and what you as a consultant would pay, that's yours. Now, on top of that, we do want to make sure that because customers are paying more, that there's an incentive to be a customer. We want to give incentives to remain a customer. How many of you guys want to retain all of your customers on our products, right? So the way that we do that is something new called Reward Circle. Any customer that is on an active subscription is eligible for this. So how do you do it? You basically become a customer, they subscribe to their favorite products, and for every time their subscription spends hits $200, this could be one order, it could be multiple more orders or multiple months, but when they hit that 200 and spend, they're going to get a $10 reward credit. So kind of think of it as like the more and frequently they buy, they get some credits to get back and a little bit of a discount. This is a really great loyalty program. Now, when they become an insider, they can earn double. And for our insiders, they get reward credit every time their subscription hits 200, they get twice the amount. So this is a really exciting thing. They get, obviously, subscription is huge because they save 10% off the one-time order. That's big. But then they also will get special offers, special discounts, special, maybe even a free full-size product, which is pretty exciting every time that we see the second consecutive subscription of $100 or more. We also, because when you join Reward Circle, you'll enjoy a flat rate shipping of only $5.99 on every order above $150. So this is a great way for your customers to purchase their favorite products, repurchase them, and then save as they become a loyal customer. That is our Reward Circle. Now, for us as consultants, Beyond the little sales profit, the difference we're going to make between what they spend and what we normally spend, we have the personal sales bonus. Now, this is paid every single month. So I want you guys to think of it this way. The more customers you have ordering in a month, the higher you go in seller titles. It starts at 500 in customer sales volume, and that is our Onyx title. When you hit Onyx, you're going to get another 5% on top of your customer sales bonus on every product that they buy. So now you're earning the 10-ish% on their subscription, but another 5%. What's the total then? 15%. Every single month you're in Onyx. So if you're maintaining just like 500, 600, 700 a month in customers, which you guys know on collagen is a couple customers, right? You're earning 15% combined commissions between your customer sales profit and your personal sales bonus. Does this make sense? Say yes. Now, it doesn't stop there. Go to the next tier and hit Emerald by selling over $1,000 in any 1 month, right? Cumulative customer sales volume, and you get another raise, 10%. Now, you're already earning the 10% of the customer sales profit, right? So what's another 10%? How much is it? 20%. Now, are you paid on this once or every month? Every month. So if you maintain 1,100, 1,200, 1,500, 1,700 in customer sales orders volume that month, you're earning a total of 20% between these two bonuses. Guys, do you see how this can add up? Hundreds of dollars a month as a consultant with just a few happy customers ordering. That's really exciting. Now, if you really want to take it to the next level, you're going to go Sapphire. This is $2,000 to $3,999 in customer sales volume. You're now getting a 15% personal sales bonus monthly. Now, this is on top of the 10% customer sales profit, right? So 10% plus 15 is what? 25%. Now, is this one time or is this monthly? Monthly. So imagine, guys, you're going out there, you're sharing the products, you have collagen parties, you're running Zooms, you're posting on social media, you're talking about these products that you love, and you're doing over $2,000 a month in customer sales. You're making 25% a month. This is adding up big, isn't it? Pretty incredible. Now, some of you guys are going to go diamond. How many of you guys want to go diamond? Raise your hand. Drop a 6 in the chat if you guys are ready to go diamond. You doing over $4,000 a month in customer sales volume, you're going to get a 20% personal sales bonus. Now, you're already making 10% on the sales profit. So what's 10% plus 20%? 30%. Now, is this one time or is this monthly? I need you guys to get this. If you're selling over 4,000 in customer sales per month personally, so you've gone out there, you've worked hard, you've shared, you've followed up, and you have these happy customers and you're retaining them, getting new ones, you're earning an incredible business. I'm going to share with you guys in just a little bit how to go diamond. How many guys want to go diamond? Say yes. Pretty exciting. And there's all this great recognition that we have there. Now, that's how to make money, just sharing the products. But as you join this business and help other consultants join, we have something called Fast Track. Repeat after me, Fast Track. This is going to be fun. Now, this is your enrollment month plus 3 months. So if you get started on March 10th, you'll have March, but you'll also have April, May, and June. Okay, so your enrollment month plus 3. Let's break it down. We have a Fast Track for customers. Every 3 eligible customers that you enroll during your Fast Track, you're going to earn an additional $50. So on top of all your customer commissions, you're going to get a $50 bonus. Is that pretty exciting? Now, you can do this as many times as you want. You can get 3 customers or 6 customers or 9 customers or 12 customers during your Fast Track, 50, 50, 50, 50. That's pretty exciting, right? And then also we have a consultant track for every set of 3 consultants that you enroll, you're going to earn another $50 there. So this is pretty exciting to go out and build sets of 3 in your first 90 days. So to give you guys a visual of this, here's the customer track. On the left-hand side, let's say you make 2 retail collagen orders, and then you get a subscription on the Healthy Glow Stack. This would set you up. It'd be a set of 3 customers. They all had at least 100 in sales volume in each order, $50 on top of your commissions. Now the consultant path, let's say you enrolled a Look Radiant and 2 Elite packs. On top of your level bonuses, you would also earn another $50. You guys getting this? Say, I get it. Just go build sets of 3 in your first 90 days, no maximum, and $50 for each set of qualified customers or consultants. Now, we also have a rank advancement track. This is pretty exciting. If you reach the rank of Senior Consultant 1, write this down in your notes. Senior Consultant 1 is 2,000 in group sales volume. 2,000 in group sales volume. It's a little easier than our old Pro 2. A little easier, right? A little sooner. When you hit Senior Consultant 1 in your first 90 days, which is your enrollment month plus 3 months, you're going to get a $100 rank advancement bonus. How many guys like an extra $100? I'm a fan. Won't pay all my bills, but it's a start, right? Now, if you're the enroller, let's say I'm a senior consultant too, and I enroll Tyler and I help him go SC1 in his fast track. He gets 100, but what do I get? $50. So I'm incentivized to go to Tyler's house, to help him with his launch, to teach him how to ITT and share the LifeVantage product line. Now, our accelerator track is cool. When you actually rank advance in your first calendar month, we have an accelerator track where you get another $50. Do you guys see how these begin to stack up? You're new, you're getting started, you get 3 customers, you get 3 consultants, all of a sudden you rank advance, it's like 50, $100. And if you're the sponsor, you're helping your new consultants do this, and you're gonna get the little bonuses as well. Everybody wins if you go to work in your first 90 days. Now the mentor bonus, Tyler, this gets me really fired up. Okay, so as an enrolling sponsor, so if I enroll Skylar, and in his first 90 days, I am going to override 15% of all of the customer volume that he does during his fast track. I just want you to think about that. If I work with Skylar, he goes out and gets, let's say 9-ish collagen customers, like does like 1,000 in customer volume. What's 15% of 1,000? $150. Just by helping Skylar know the products, share the products, close customers. Help him get started, help him succeed, help him get his subscription paid for, help him fast track. But what if he sells 2,000? What's 15% of 2,000 in the first 90 days? 300. What if he sold 4,000 and hit diamond? 15% is $600 that I override as his sponsor because I'm mentoring him, I'm guiding him, I'm helping him. So guys, I want to share with you guys, there's incredible rewards for not only sharing the opportunity, but pouring into your new consultants, helping them, guiding them, paying the gas money to go do the parties, to do the events, to put your time and energy. If you guys get this, say, I get it. Pretty freaking exciting. Now, once you've kind of moved through that initial part of our consultant journey, you've shared, but now you're kind of building a team, right? You probably have a couple of consultants. You're kind of moving into like a step into leadership. It's time to build and it's time to grow. And I'm going to bring up my mentor and friend. We're like peanut butter and jelly at this point. Master Pro 10, Tyler Daniels.
All right. Do you guys enjoy listening to her as much as I do? She's really, really good, right? It's really fun. So I hope all of you guys on the Zoom are enjoying it too. It's been a lot of fun to be here. So, all right, let's jump into this next phase, you guys. Did you understand the fast track? You guys understand the fast track? Okay, so as that team starts to develop, you've got all your customers coming in, you've got your consultants coming in. Where do they go? Well, they fall into just the bucket of your group that we're going to start paying some different commissions on. So the customers will go level 0 to the enroller. That allows you to be deeper on the sales volume in your level consultants. And the level 1 consultants customers will now be level 1 to you as well. So let's explain that really quick. Okay. So when you bring someone in, the customers that you bring in will be in that bucket that she told you that have the 4 levels. You guys remember the onyx and the sapphire and the emerald? That's where your customers will go. But when someone that you bring in as a consultant has that bucket of customers, they will fall on one of these levels in your business. So if you have someone like me, let's just say on your level 1, and I'm out building a big customer bucket on my level 0, you will get 10% if you're a senior consultant at 2,000 volume, 10% of not just my volume, but all of my customer volume as well. Does that make sense? So if you have someone that you've taught and mentored and trained to go out and get that $4,000 bucket that she talked about to get you up to the diamond level, if that's me and I fall on your first level and you are a senior consultant 1, you'll be making 10% of that $4,000 bucket. That's $400 to you off of the efforts that I put in to build my customers. Does that make sense? So when you had your own customer bucket with $4,000 in it, what did you get? 30%, which is $1,200. What are you getting from my customer bucket? $400 more, making $1,600 a month now, or close to $20,000 a year if you just had your own customer bucket and me with mine. Does that make sense? Now, this happens everywhere in your organization. So let's say you had someone else that's down on the second level and you're getting 6% of them and their customer bucket. Does that start to add up? What if you have 3 or 4 people that are on the next level and you start moving through these ranks to where you're now getting 6 and 5 and 3% down here on level 4 and 5 of that person and their customer bucket? Do you see how that can start to add up to a lot of money? Does that make sense? Now, this is 9 levels that we pay. As you move through these ranks, you guys, one of the things that was really important about this piece is that as you move through these ranks, if you had signed me up here and you were getting 5%, as you move through the ranks, you will pick up a bigger percentage of me. So as you grow and you teach me to grow, you will grow in commissions from what I do with each one of those steps all the way up to 10%. And then you'll notice it happens the same way on the next level and the next level and the next level and the next level, all the way through this level bonus. So as you grow, you get paid more and more from the person that you're helping develop. Does that sound a little better than the old plan? Does that make sense to you guys? Is it encouraging you now to go out and spend the time to teach and to train, to go out and help them understand how to find customers and find consultants? Does that make a little bit more sense? Okay. Have any of you guys added this up? When you get to the presidential level, this is 51%. Actually, you start getting it at managing consultant 3 right here, right? Or sorry, executive consultant. This is 51% when you add all that up. 51%. The old plan was 43. Are we doing a little bit better? Okay. So as you move through these ranks, when you get to the executive consultant, the 80,000 mark, you're qualified for all 9 of these. When you're at the managing consultant 3 at 40,000, you're qualified for all 9 of these. And you can see at each one of these ranks how they just kind of stair step all the way to the top of the company. Does that make sense? Okay. This was a really, really important piece for us. We wanted your check to grow as your group grew. We wanted you to get paid more on the people that you had already enrolled, on the people you're already getting paid from as your group grows. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. The leadership match, you guys, is one of my favorite things. It's actually one of the things that, as we were going through this, was the most eye-opening thing for me. In the old plan, we had 5 levels of pay. In the new plan, we're going to match 7 generations, but we're going to do it just a little teeny bit different. In the matching bonus, in the old plan, it was based entirely just on your enrollment. So if you enrolled me, you would get a match. If I enrolled somebody, you'd get a match from them as level 2. If they enrolled somebody, that would be level 3. And as soon as you hit 5 of those enrollments, you were done. There was no more match. If I show up on your 6th level, there was nothing there for you. So what we decided to do in this new match is we decided to say, let's make it based on qualification. Let's actually reward you for developing leaders. So how do we do that? We come out here and we look for someone who is a managing consultant 1, which is 10,000 in volume, and that would be considered the first generation to you. So if you had enrolled this person, who enrolled this person, this is now generation 1, not the person you enrolled, because they qualified at that rank. Does that make sense? Okay. What it allows us to do is it allows us to go deeper into that organization. So for example, not a managing consultant one, not a managing consultant one, but a managing consultant one here on the third level now, which is generation one. In the old plan, that would have been level 3 of your match. Does that make sense? We do this now through 7 of these. So we're going to go down and look down here and see if there's anybody else. When this person becomes a managing consultant 1 or above, that would then be generation 2 for you. And we keep going until we find 7 of those. Okay. It looks like this. This is the percentages that we pay. So when you become a managing consultant 2, you start to qualify for those matches. So anybody on your organization that is a managing consultant 1, when you are this rank, you will get 7% of whatever their level bonus was. And how did we get the level bonus? The consultant plus all their customer bucket. Does that make sense? Okay. So we're going to give you 7%. And just like in the level bonus, as you grow, as your team grows, you're going to get a higher percentage. As you become a higher rank, you pick up a bigger percentage of those people that you match. So if you sponsored me, as an example, and I am an MC1 and you're an MC2, you're going to get 7% from me. When you become an MC3, you're now just automatically going to get 12% from me. Does that sound like a good plan? How many of you guys would like to get 12% match of my level bonus? Okay. Okay. Would that be okay? Okay. Well, look what happens when you become executive consultant 1. You now get 15% of me. So is there an incentive for you to grow now? Is there an incentive for you to take extra action? Is there an incentive for you to go make the next rank? Is there an incentive for you to make me as big as possible so that you can make that 15% of the biggest possible check? Look what happens when you become EC2. You now get 20% of my level bonus. Do you remember what the old one was? It was 10, right? And it's now 20. Do you know what the other bonuses were? They were 5. Look at this. When you get into these ranks up here, it's 20, 20, 20, 15, 12, and 10. When you become a presidential, it's 7 levels all the way. The lowest match that we have is 12%. That's the lowest one is 12%. That's just a little teeny bit better than before. Okay. So now if I showed up, if I showed up on your 6th level again, in the old plan, you got nothing. In the new plan, if I show up on your, even if it's your 6th generation, 10% or 12% matching me. Does that sound like a little bit better deal? Does that make you want to go look down in your organization and find those people who are really close to hitting that MC1 rank? Start helping them hit that rank so you can match them. The company's going to have reports for all of you. The company will make a report that you can actually go in and look at a striking distance report and you know exactly where to work. In the old plan, if I said build your matching bonus, what would you do? In the new plan, what would you do? The new plan, you would go look for your SC3s or senior consultant 3s to make them an MC1 so you can get a match. And we have a report for you to tell you exactly who they are. Does that sound like a little bit better plan? Okay. You like these numbers better than the old numbers? What else does this do? Does it discourage you from going back in rank? Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Because if we're going to give you a giant jump for going up in rank, you better stay there. Okay. So there is some purpose here. We want you to continue to grow. We want you to continue to maintain. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, let's go to the next thing. The next thing we decided we wanted to do, you guys, we want to have leadership pools. And at this point, you can probably tell that we kept the framework the same. We kept the level bonus, we kept a matching bonus, and we're also keeping pool bonuses. But we're going to pay them slightly different than we did before. What we're going to do now is still take that same 4%, of the company's total volume and throw it into one big pool. In the old plan, it was 4 separate pieces, 1% each. The new plan is just going to have one big pool that we added an extra participant to. In the old one, it was 4. The new one, it's 5. There's 5 people now, or 5 ranks that can now participate. As you move through these ranks, you will just move to this number. So when you're an executive consultant 1, you'll get 1 pool share. As an executive consultant 2, you'll get 3. At executive consultant 3, you'll get 5. And at 4, you'll get 10. And when you get to presidential, you'll have 20 shares of that pool. Okay? They don't stack, they don't add. You just get the shares that are in the section that you qualify for. Okay? It makes it more fair. What it really means, you guys, is this, is that as people move through the ranks, you can celebrate them. You don't have to wonder if it's going to dilute the shares that you're getting. You can actually celebrate them because it's spread across the entire pool rather than just one little piece of it. So now we can truly celebrate your success without going, yay, man, my check went down, right? That's what we're going to do now. So it spreads out, makes it way more fair. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay. So we kept the same structure. It was really important to us that the conversation was very familiar, that you have your level bonuses, your matching bonuses, and that you have your pool bonuses. Very important to us. We kept all that. We changed the way the compression works in the matching bonus. We changed the way that you accumulate your shares so that we can all share in them. We changed those to be way, way more beneficial to you. Does that make sense? All right. I think the next little piece, you guys, is where we get to pass this thing back over to our corporate team to talk to you about the transition. Because when you do something like this, the company wants to be extremely fair with you. They want to give you a chance to go out and recover in some of the places in your organization where maybe you need a little bit more work, get some volume created. They want to give you the best chance possible. If there is some kind of a negative impact in your check, that you have a chance to recover from that. And obviously, if you have the positive impact, which a lot of people do, I mean, you don't really need a transition plan, but there is one for the entire company. So Celine is going to go through that for us.
Tyler and Rachel make everything fun. Like it could be like explaining how to put together your IKEA furniture, and it would be entertaining. But we do want to make sure that everyone who has already built a business with us has an opportunity to grow towards the new plan. So for the transition plan in our launch markets, so the US, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan, we will have a 6-month gradual transition from the old rank requirements to the new ones. And the full plan rules won't take effect for those markets until September 1st, 2023. So that gives everyone a lot of lead time to be able to do what Tyler said of going out and figuring out where do they need to build and grow their business, or to balance out, or as Rachel's going to talk later, to build a customer business up to that diamond level. So you're ready to take advantage of all the bonuses in the new plan. So this is an overview. So this is a quick glance of how we're going to relax the rules during that 6 months. And we'll talk kind of line by line so that everyone can kind of understand exactly what's going to be transitioned and how long you have. So the first thing that will transition is that sales volume requirement. The sales volume is your own personal purchases as well as your customer purchases. So in the plan, it'll start at 150 and go all the way up to 300 in those ranks. So for the first 90 days, so March, April, and May, we will have relaxed rules so that people only need to be at 100 in those first consultant ranks, all the way up until managing consultant 2, or then from then on for the first 90 days, you'll have to hit a 200 mark. This gives people time to build customer-centric businesses, to be able to find some new customers that come in to help fulfill that requirement. So starting in June, everyone will have the full, their full sales volume requirement. Group sales volume is how you get your current paid as rank. Since that is just equivalent to every month, how you get paid out, there will be no transition to the group sales volume requirements. The other thing that's different about this plan from if you've joined us previously is we've added several ranks so that there's smaller jumps. And so there's not really a need to transition the group sales volume requirement. Now the maximum volume rule is new. And so this is the rule where we talked about earlier, where it's the amount of volume you can count from any one source. So any leg in your organization, so a new consultant that you enroll, or you and your customer volume. Because this is new, for the first 90 days, we'll have, everyone will have a transition towards that. So it'll start at, that's the full plan rules. So for the first 90 days, it'll start at an 80% cap on that volume. So you'll be able to have 80% down to 45. The people who don't get a break on this, don't get a transition on this, are our presidentials, because that 45% is already more relaxed than it was in our existing plan. So for the first 90 days, everyone from consultant 3 all the way up to our executive consultant 4 will have slightly more volume you can count from any one source. This is in case you have existing businesses that you need to go out and say, how do I rebalance, or who do I need to go work and build with? From June, July, and August, our managing consultant 2, which is about the equivalent of our Pro 5 rank and above, will still have some relaxed rules at 55%, up to 48% to make sure that they have time to go out and kind of build those new organizations to make up for that volume that's changed. The other thing that will transition with this is we are instituting an annualized consultant fee for people being active. Part of rolling out our new robust customer loyalty program and everything that comes with Insider and Reward Circle is we need to make sure that we're keeping people in the right lanes. You don't want people signing up as consultants who aren't really going to grow and build a business. You want them to be able to stay as customers and take advantage of that wonderful loyalty program and all the rewards there. And so also we will have that $49 fee in the US for consultants to have an annualized fee. That kind of covers like all of your back office, your tools, and staying active. We're announcing that fee now, and then it will roll out towards the end of transition in September so that people have time that they will not be charged that fee until the end of the transition plan. So this is kind of how we're going to help people build from one plan, the plan we have now, to the new plan. If you're a new consultant who's coming in, you're just going to really be focused with your leaders talking about how do you get ready to go, building towards the new plan, because that's going to be your best area for success. And Tyler and Rachel have a couple of different ways to help you build an action plan to be able to go from the old plan to the new plan, or if you're coming in new today, to just get really excited about what you're going to be taking advantage of in our transition and kicking off with our new Evolve plan March 1st. You're up.
Awesome. Is this on a raised line? All right, now that we're done with all the corporate stuff. That's the file they have to make for everybody, you guys, that we just went through. They're like, oh yeah, you and Rachel get to do the corporate slides. We're like, we just want to do our own slides. You guys ready to see our slides now? Should we make some sense of all these numbers? Can we do that now? All of you guys that are watching this, can we make some sense of the numbers now? All right, let's do this. All right, so when you're trying to develop a compensation plan, guys, there's a couple pillars that you have to actually address. One of them is you have to be able to pay people a lot of money to gather. You want to build, this would be that level bonus piece, but then you have to identify the leadership in there so that you can develop those leaders. Those leaders are roughly 1 to 2% of what's going to end up in your little bucket here. So you gather them in, they start to do the behaviors that allow you to identify them as leaders. They start to turn into Rachels in your group that can do these presentations, okay? That's the little 1 and 2%. So the real question is how do we actually go out and do that? Well, the way that I would encourage you, if you are brand new to this business, or even just been a little stagnant or just getting started again, maybe you've been around for a few years, the way that I would encourage you to do that is something called a 3-in-1. So what I want you to do is I want you to go out and get 3 customers every single month. And I want you to get 1 consultant every single month. And this is the absolute minimum. Obviously, you're going to find people that are going to do way more than that. They're going to, I can do 3-in-1 in a week. Some people do 3-in-1 every 3 or 4 days, right? But this is the minimum. And let me show you what this turns into if you can just follow this real simple little plan. In the first 3 months, that first quarter, month 1 through 3, you'll end up with 9 customers and you'll end up with 3 consultants, okay? In that second quarter of the year, because this is an annual thing that I'm trying to get you guys, I'm trying to show you how to generate a really significant income over a 1-year consistent effort, okay? The second quarter, you'll have 18 and 6. That third quarter, you'll have 27 and 9. At the end of the year, you'll have 36 customers and you'll have 12 consultants, 12 people that are going to go follow a 3-in-1 example. That's what you're going to have, okay? So what does that turn into? Well, if they're just collagen, which by the way, are you better to have the Nerf 2 and the collagen or just the collagen? Which one is it? You want both. I mean, you want to make your body have the best chance to recover and then give it the ingredients to maximize it. I mean, that's honestly how simple this conversation is, right? That's how you're going to do it. But if all you had was just collagen, 36 customers times 112 cells volume for collagen is 4,036 SV. That's what it is. Now, if one person, which is why I highlighted these, if only one of these 6, just one of them says, I can do that too. I can tell people about a product that helps you recover and then give you the ingredients to maximize that. It has all kinds of scientific backing. I can do that. I can talk about turning the faucet back. I can do that. If just one of them starts in this quarter, that means this is going to be their first, second, and third quarter. So they're only going to get 27 at the end of that year with you. Does that make sense? You had an extra quarter to get ahead. That's why you have a few more. But if they start in the second quarter, 27 times 112 SV, $3,000 more of volume. Third quarter, one more person, just one of your friends goes, how's that working out for you? You're like, I can't even believe that this company's paying me so much more money than they ever did before. I'm happy. I'm doing really well. What do you have to do? You have to get 3 and 1. So they go out and do it. They get their 3 and 1. They're only going to have 18 customers times the 112 is $2,000 more for 9,000 total. Do you think any of these consultants up here are going to be doing an order themselves? Is it fair to say that they'll do the extra 1,000 to get you to 10,000 in volume? What is 10,000 in volume? What did we say that was? That is a Pro 4 or an MC1. Where do you start matching people? MC1. How many people on your team do you want to teach this to? Every one of them, right? Every single one of them that gets to this 10,000 mark, you start to match them. So they fall into your level bonuses that we talked about with all these numbers, but then you start picking up that matching bonus at the end of the year. Does that make sense? Is that simple enough? Is that easy enough? Okay. I have another example to kind of make this a little bit more visual. This is you. Those are your 36 customers. That's 4,000 in volume, which makes you a diamond. Where do you want to be? I want to be diamond. Don't you guys want to be diamond? Wouldn't you want everyone on your team to be a diamond? Follow 3 and 1 this year. By the end of this year, would that change your circumstances? How much are you going to get paid if you do that? $1,200 a month. That person that started in the second quarter, they went out and got 27 customers. What are they? Sapphire. They're level 1. What do you get on level 1? So you get another. Okay. The second person on your team, 18 customers. They're also over 2,000 volume. So what are they? You have 2 sapphires on your team. Okay. Level 2, you get 7% for another $140. Add that up at $1,640 a month or $20,000 a year passive. Would that help anybody you know? Do you only have to do this once? I mean, are we saying once you've done this, you're done? Or can you do this as many times as you want? Okay, some of us saw some of those early fast track bonuses. You're like, I don't know if $50 will do it. I mean, it doesn't even fill my gas tank up, right? Does this help? Is that a little bit better? A little bit bigger difference? Help you buy some of those $9 dozens of eggs that Rachel talked about? That would probably buy the coop. I mean, my wife had me build her a chicken coop. It wasn't 20 grand. Of course, it didn't last very long. But 20 grand will buy the coop, right? You can afford the eggs, okay? In the old plan, it was roughly 12 to 14,000 a year. In the new plan, with this little example, and a lot of people like rhymes in this industry, and they say a lot of rhymey things. So I came up with my own rhyme. This is you and 2. That's all it is, okay? It's just you and 2. It's you and a friend. It's you and a friend who has a friend. That's it. And you generate $20,000 a year. Does that make more sense now? Is this a little bit clearer than all the numbers? A little easier to understand, okay? All right, that's why I was so happy to be done with all the corporate legal slides, Alyssa. Okay, we had to have all that in there, okay? And we can get to the stuff that we understand, all right? Is this a little bit better? All right, now let's go into this next thing, okay? Let's talk old plan, new plan really quick. I put on here so that I didn't have to click through. This is basically a representation of the old plan and the percentages on this side. This is the new plan and the percentages on this side. It's based on you being an MC1, okay? So it's just you doing 10,000, which how do we get there? You get there by the plan we just showed, right? You get to MC1 by doing this, right? The 3 and 1, okay? So it's also based on $1,000 enrollment, which Rachel covered that pack, and 200 in subscriptions. What are these actually going to be going forward? 300, right? They're going to be 300, not 200. But because the old plan, that was the requirement, I'm just going to stick with that number. Let's compare a couple things, okay? So month 1 in the old plan, you sign these top 2 people up, you get 40%, so you made $800, right? Everyone's really happy about that part of the old plan. They're like, 40% is good. I want to get paid a lot of money for the work I do, okay? Then we say to you, go out and help your 2 get theirs. So that next month, you put gas in your car, you give a bunch of time, you do a bunch of meetings, right? And you go out and help your 2 get these 3. How much in the old plan did you get? 0. You got paid nothing because you only got paid on your enrollments. So we go, no. You got to understand. You just got to keep working the business, keep building the business. You got to stick around. I mean, it's a long-term thing. It doesn't happen overnight. Go help your 3 get some of theirs. So you go down and help these 6 people come in. In the old plan, again, you got paid 0. You want to know what happened to me? Tyler, this thing is awesome. I love it. I made $800. Are you sure this thing works? I was working hard last month. I didn't get anything. This does not work. Have any of you guys ever heard that in the old plan? Okay. And then what do we have to do? What do we have to say to them? Well, it's a 2 to 5 year plan, not a 2 to 5 month plan. You ever heard of a penny doubling every day? Right? Do you have any vision? Got to stick around. You guys ever done that? You got to work till you get paid. And then you're going to, over time, you'll work and get paid. And then finally you'll work and get paid. But it doesn't happen in 2 to 5 months. What did you expect? I mean, how naive are you to think you could get paid every month? Right? Is that not the conversation that we would have? So how does the new plan work? Well, to explain this, what I have to help you understand is in the old plan, it didn't matter how many of these levels I put in here. You got nothing from the enrollment volume unless you personally did it. So ask yourself this question if you're in this business and if you've been around for a little while. How many millions of dollars have you put into this company through the enrollment side that you didn't get paid anything for? How would you like to start getting paid on all of those enrollments, at least through your first 9 levels? Does that sound good? Sound like a better plan? So let's see how that works. So in the new plan, they just automatically go into the level bonuses. So you sign the 2 people up for $1,000, you get 10%. It's $200, and everyone goes, well, that's a lot less than 8, right? The old plan was better. Okay, well, let's look at month 2 when you went out and helped these people. Okay. They come in, they do $1,000, you get 7%. And now you got paid 210. That's a little better than 0. Am I right? The next month you help these people come in, you get 6% of that's 360 more. That's a little bit better than 0. These people start doing an auto ship up here, which by the way, the old level 1 was 2%. It is now 10. I don't know if anybody caught that. It was 2, it's now 10. We gave you a 5 times raise. 5 times. 5-time raise. Okay, that's a big deal, right, on your level 1. So if you're really good at recruiting, whether it's the consultants or helping them get their customers, you're getting a 5 times raise. Does that sound a little bit better? Well, here's what that adds up to. In the old plan, they did their $200. What is 2% of 200? Twice. $8. Where'd I get that? 2 is 400. 2% is $8. Okay. So that second month you made $8 is what you actually made. Month 3, it's 5%. They do their auto ship. You made $30 because 5% of this 600 is 30 plus the 8 that was there. So month 3, you made $38 in the old plan for a total of $846 in those 3 months. Does that make sense? You guys follow me on that so far? What happens in the new plan? Well, it's 10% now. So you got 40 instead of 8. Okay. It's 7 instead of 5. So you got 42 of that 600 plus the 40, which is 82. And you've made a total of 442 this month instead of 38. You made 250 this month instead of 8, made a total of 892 instead of 846. This is where we all tell Steve, thank you for paying me. I don't know, an extra, what is that? An extra 7 or 8%. Just got you a raise, trying to keep up with inflation. Right? So we just figured out a way to pay you more. Now, you want to know what's crazy? What if I said these 6 get 10 more right here? What if they just got 10 more? And you got another 6% of that 6,000, right? Or I mean, of that 10,000. That would be $600 more here. And what would it have been in the old plan? Another big old goose egg. Think that through for a second. Go down another level and another level and another level. When those enrollments come in and you get paid 5 and 6 and 7 levels below you, that you got paid nothing for before. Is this a little bit better? How many of you guys are excited to get paid on the effort that you put in that turns into enrollments 6 and 7 levels away? Pretty good, right? Okay. All right. This is just another example of the matching that I threw in here so that it would make it a little bit more clear. This is the one I showed you that I had to show you for the corporate side. Okay. Here's an actual side-by-side comparison of the percentages you get. This has 0 compression, and this is 7 generations of compression based on hitting the managing consultant or above. So this person's an executive consultant on your front line. So that's above a managing consultant. So you got that 12% if you were a managing consultant 3, right? That's how that works. So this would be generation 1. If you come down here, another 1, 2, 3 more levels. So the 4th level from you, this is generation 2 that you got another 10%. In the old plan, that would have just been a 5% and it had to be on the 2nd level. This is 4 levels down and it's only your 2nd generation because it's now based on qualified rank rather than just enrollment lineage. Does that make sense? The computer basically just goes, okay, look down this enrollment tree and every time there's an MC1 or above, we're going to tag that. Whether it's on your 1st line or your 7th line or your 10th line or wherever, it's going to just tag it until we find those 7. That make sense? Okay, way, way, way better. All right. All right, so a lot of you that are watching this are wondering, you know, how's the impact going to be for me? What's this new comp plan change going to be for me? Does my check go up? Does it go down? Does it stay the same? The vast majority of checks are pretty close to the same, just so you guys know. But there's a couple styles or a couple shapes of businesses that we've noticed as we've gone through a couple of these impacts that I want to talk to you guys about so that I can talk to you about the behavior you should follow to either recover or enhance your business. Does that make sense? Okay. So one of them that we're going to talk about is a hanger business. The characteristics of this are obvious. You have maybe one line of consultants. These purples are consultants. These pinks would be the customers. You might just be one level deep with a whole bunch of customers. Now, in the new plan, do you think that's going to pay you a little bit better than it did in the old plan? Yeah, because what did we do to that 2%? We turned it into a 10%. So we gave you a 5 times increase if you have this kind of a business, okay? You can probably imagine then what happens. They have a large customer group. They have some consultants in their organization. Leadership is not built. This is a very important piece. Leadership is not built in depth. This is a wider, shallower business. I call it a hanger because it just kind of looks like a hanger, okay? This right here is what I would call a boomerang business. This is a very leadership development focused business, but the problem is they focused it all in one leg, okay? Just all straight down one leg. This has leadership in the organization. It's primarily one strong leg that has leadership stacked. The other legs are not as deep or balanced. So it would look something like this. You'll have one really deep, strong leg and then a whole bunch of weaker legs, but there's no customers up here. Do you see what that is? There's no customer volume for us to start paying all that extra 5 times on. So what do you need to do? Fill that in, right? Okay. This is what a better looking, I would consider this a very, very perfect business. You have a lot of depth with a lot of customers, another line that is pretty similar with a lot of customers and so on and so on and so on. As you build through time, obviously a leg that you would start today would be smaller than when you started 5 years ago. Does that make sense? I would like you guys to look at this and say, how can I make my business, whichever one it is, look like this? Deep leadership, lots of customer volume, okay? That's what I want you to look at it and try to make it look like. Okay, so here's your impact plan. When you're moving into this compensation plan, these businesses will likely see a small increase because of what I said before, 2% to 10%. Does that make sense? Okay, what are these businesses not going to get? Matching. There's no depth. There's no leadership development. Okay, so they're not going to do it. So what do you need to do if you have one of these businesses? You need to come down here and you need to start driving leadership, filling it in with customers. Does that make sense? Is this helping you guys visually see what you got to do? Okay. Ultimately, if you can do this and you can create this leadership, you will have a business that is now more structured like what we want your business to look like. Okay. This would be ideal. We now pay you a ton more money to get those customers. I call it fattening up your business, right? That's what I call it. Okay. I'll let you guys, this is all available to all of you guys. You can read all this stuff. It's all there. Okay. The boomerang business, what do you need to do? Well, the boomerang business, you need to go in and fill in all the customers. You already have some leadership developed. You got to develop a little bit more, but you got to fill in all the customers. Do you see how many more pink dots there are in this business? Okay. What we have found is in this business here, though, you will see a small decrease because we're paying 2 to 10% here. And you haven't qualified to get paid all the way down here yet. Okay. So you might see an initial small decrease. So you need to go fill in the customers so that you can build that back up. With all this volume, you then qualify to get paid deeper on those matching bonuses that you've already built. Let me ask you guys a question. What do you think is harder? Do you think it's harder to gather customers or build leadership? It's way harder to build leadership. It's only 1 or 2% of your entire organization, right? So if you have this situation and you do see a small decrease in your check, you've already done the hard work. You already know how to do the hard work. You already have a skill set that knows how to do what is the most difficult thing to do. You just have to go do a little bit more of that and then do the easy part, which is gather all your customers, which we're going to pay you 30% when you get over 4,000 for doing it. Pretty good, right? And we're going to pay it every month. Okay. Does this make sense? Hope this is helping you guys. If you'll do that, again, you'll have a structure that is more similar to what we want you to build your business into. Is this helping you guys? Okay. All right. Well, that is my part. That's the part that I have way more fun doing than all the corporate legal part. But now I get to bring Rachel back up to close this thing out. So thanks again, you guys.
Give them some love. This is really exciting because as you guys pay attention, you're kind of understanding like what's your next steps. Get an idea of maybe how your business is shaped and how we want it to look like over the next year to make you super profitable. Now, I get to talk about one of my most favorite things, which is exploding your business through the LifeVantage products. As I shared a few minutes ago, that I was attracted here because of Protandim Nerf 2. I was a customer, I had an extraordinary result, and I wanted to tell people that they could see that as well. And over the last couple of years, and funny enough, like my Pro 10 business, I kind of joke with like Tyler and some of my other cohorts that I have a really small team as a Master Pro 10. Like comparatively, I have actually a very small team of consultants, but we got customers. Oh boy, do we have customers. And in fact, last month, I had one of my best months ever of over 7,000 in what was called PV. So I average at least 4,000 a month, consistently what would be now a diamond seller. So I share that with you not to brag, but to share with you guys that I am walking the talk. Right? So I'm going to share with you what I do and what I'm going to teach my teamies to do to make a lot of money. Now, with Evolve, we now have highly lucrative perks to build a team of consultants, but we now have a new, very rewarding path for those who love acquiring and maintaining customers on our LifeVantage products. If you guys feel that you love customers, drop like a C in the chat. Like you love customers, you get customers, you love talking about the products. It's like your favorite thing. Well, you're going to make a ton more money doing so on Evolve. So I'm going to share with you guys how to maximize those personal selling bonuses to get to Diamond Seller. Before we dive in, let's just break down just one more. Will you guys just honor me on this? Like just to go through just one more time. We have the 3-tier pricing, right? So you're going to make whatever the difference your customers pay and what you pay as a consultant. Do you guys get this? Say, I get it. Easy summary there. So again, if your customer pays like $100 on a product order and you usually pay 80, that $20 is your customer sales profit. If they pay 90 and you usually pay 80, that $10 is your customer sales profit. Now we also know that by moving up the plan in seller titles, Onyx, Emerald, Sapphire, Diamond, that you get an additional bonus on top of that. So that 10% plus 5, 10, 15, 20 every month for your customer orders. You guys get this, right? Nice little recap here. We don't need to spend a ton of time. So for an example, if your customers totally order 2,200 in sales volume, you are a Sapphire. That gives you a 15% personal sales bonus on top of that 10% little retail bonus. And so that's going to give you a $330 customer sales bonus or personal sales bonus on top of the 10%. This is so incredible because now we have a way to make a really good profitable income in our business acquiring and retaining customers. So here's another example. Let's say this month You started at 0 customers and you enrolled 1,200 new customers, let's just say all in subscription to keep it simple. You would make 10%, right? The difference between what they pay and you pay is 10% on subscription. So it's $120. But you also, at 1,200 in customer sales volume, you now went Emerald. And Emerald gives you another 10% bonus. So how much more would you make as your personal sales bonus? $120. So you've made 120 in sales profit, 120 personal sales bonus. Your total commission potential on 1,200 customers is what? $240. But you can earn that every single month that those customers are reordering. So I want you to take it to the top. Guys, go diamond. Repeat after me, go diamond. I'm going to teach you how to go diamond. If you guys get to 4,000 in customer sales volume, you'll make that. Let's say they're all on subscription because we love subscriptions. You're going to earn 10% of that 4,000. How much is 10% of 4,000? 400. But you're also going to hit the top tier as a diamond seller. What's our top tier? 20% of 4,000 is 800. So 400 plus 800 is $1,200 a month. Now, are you making this one time or every month? Every month that you're a diamond seller, $1,200 or more. So I want you guys to imagine what Tyler just shared with 3-in-1. That is your plan to become a diamond seller in the next 12 months, but you maintain diamond status for the next 12 months after that. That's $1,400 and $400, $14,400 a year just on customers. Not yet building a team, not yet building leadership. We recommend you do so. We recommend creating that skill set and sharing. Like if you're making $1,200 in customers every month and you're not telling your friends that you're making $1,200 in customers a month, that's a business story, is it not? This is an incredible way to, can you guys see why it'd be cool to go diamond? You guys see why this is awesome? So I'm going to share with you how to run to diamond. 5 simple things that we do on our team every single day. Number 1, create your story. Number 2, share stories. Launch or relaunch your business. I'm going to give you my best closing tactics to get customers and then how to care for them. So let's dive in. You want to create your activation story. And this is so important because you want to become what we call a product of the product. And so guys, if you have just gotten started, or maybe you've been around for a while, and maybe you've not tried all the products, this is your time to do so. Like if you want to lose weight, we have a weight management system, right? Thinking about that, like if you have a weight goal, imagine how much it speaks to your friends, your family, your Facebook when you see a result on our physique products, right? If you want to look radiant, start using the skincare. If you want healthier hair, start using the hair care. If you want more energy, use the products and create your story. Guys, I want to write this down. It is impossible, I think personally, to sell a product that you've never tried, that you don't use. That's just inauthentic. How can you tell somebody to use the hair care when you're not using it yourself? I tell a bunch of girls on my team, oh, sorry, Tyler's bald. Tyler, use it on your beard, a little serum, right? I tell some women on my team, I say, I know you love your short haircut. Just grow your hair out for a year. You'll make a ton of money. I know that sounds weird, but it did for me. I have documented my journey on LifeVantage products. I've lost 18 pounds. I've kept it off for now over 5 years. I've documented my skin on True Science. I never used skincare before using True Science. I've documented my hair care journey. I wore extensions for 7 years because I have horrible hair, and I grew out my hair. I'm probably one of the #1 hair care sellers in the company. Over 80 customers I've sold on hair care. Why? Because I was a product of the product. So my hot tip for you guys is to document your journey. Track how you feel. Track your results. Audit them. Go visual. With collagen, guys, take photos of everything. Don't need to post them. We don't need to see everything, okay? But seriously, get somebody to take close-ups of your eyes, your skin, your wrinkles, your knees. I mean, it is amazing what we start to see, and you'll kick yourself if you don't. You'll kick yourself if you don't, and teach your team to do the same. When consultants come in, tell them, document the journey, document your weight loss, document your energy, document your skin. If this makes sense, say yes. Create your story. The next thing you want to do, step 2, is to share stories every day. Whether you're here in the audience live or you're watching on Zoom, chances are you've already met a few people in LifeVantage. And what we have, because we're a results-driven company and we produce results on our products, they're so effective, we have crazy, awesome stories. I mean, you saw Sean Poe. Didn't he look happier? Right? We saw these incredible, extremely demonstrative, another $10 word for you guys, demonstrative results. Collagen is demonstrative. You see results in weeks, sometimes days on the product. And so you want to leverage the stories and you share them every single day. Now, watch the compliance trainings. We don't cure, treat, prevent, or mitigate any disease. That would be irresponsible to say. But it's totally okay to show a hair care picture, mine or somebody else's, and saying, hey, look at the results on our True Science hair care. Results will vary, but this could be you if you get activated. Does that make sense? So share stories every single day, online, offline. One of my favorite ways to share stories about LifeVantage is I use social. Raise your hand if you guys are on Facebook. Raise your other hand if you are on Instagram. Is anybody still on MySpace? No? Tom was my friend. Okay. One of my favorite ways is to share on social media. And so what I do is I put disclaimers. Results may vary. Results not typical. I'm not making claims of any sort of disease, but I share results. Like, hey, my girlfriend just got on Axio. We call it Go-Go Juice in our team. And she's having amazing energy. I share my own results. I share my friends' results, my mom's results, other customers in the community. Hey, I saw your before and after. Can I post that on my page? They're like, sure, yeah, for sure. And so I do that every single week. This is typically my routine, right? Because it's like, how much is too much? You don't want to be salesy, right? On social media. You don't want to be like, your Facebook becomes a commercial for LifeVantage. Blech. But understand that with social media, not every friend sees every post. So if you're not posting frequently, like let's say you only post about LifeVantage once a month, only 4% of your Facebook friends are going to see that. So they might only see your LifeVantage post once a year or every other year. You're not going to get many leads that way. So this is what I do. On my Facebook feed, like on my profile, I'll share something about LifeVantage, like a story, like once or twice a week. And then, so what it looks like is this: collagen before and after, my dog Shugs. Then the next day, it's like an inspirational quote, then maybe a post about the business. Then it'll be like my hot husband. I'm always posting about Tony, right? Something, maybe spiritual for me, a book I'm reading, something kind of, inspirational, collagen before and after. So I kind of weave in the LifeVantage posts amongst my life because it's Facebook. It's my life. It's my profile, right? So just kind of weave it in between your personal posts. Now, do you guys know what a Facebook story is or an Instagram story? Raise your hand if you do. You guys don't have to use these, but they're really effective. It's a little bubble that's right on the Facebook app. It's an image or a video that expires in 24 hours. So you can update them and then they go away after 24 hours. So they're very temporary. Y'all can post on that daily. You can post on that daily because it's not cluttering your feed, but your friends watch your stories. In fact, I'll get more traction on my stories than I do on my posts because people binge watch the stories, but the algorithm may not show them my post. So again, I'll share a lot of personal stuff in my stories, but I go hard every other day, daily, about LifeVantage, even if it's just one or two before and afters. You guys, write this down. When you share stories online, offline, frequently, consistently, predictably, write this down. You wear them down. You wear them down. Your friend from high school has been watching your stories for months, and all of a sudden she's just seeing liquid collagen every day. She sees Sean pose looking so happy. She sees Jane's before and after. She sees Patty's neck. And at some point, Judy from high school is like, okay, send me your link. Send me your link. You wear them down. People are like, how do you get so many customers? I wear them down. They're so annoyed. They're like, okay, I gotta try this because it's in my face every single day. And then I'm looking at my face and I want that face because it's in my face. You wear them down. If you guys can do this, say I can do it. Step 3, to go diamond, you want to launch or relaunch your business. This is network marketing 101. Whenever there's a new product, and Evolve is a product, it's a really fantastic way to re-go to your network. So it can start small, make a list of 200 or 25 names. You can go big, make a list of 250 names, and then book an event sometime in the next 7 days. Now we have a road show tour, so we have a lot of events already booked. So I'd be filling your car, inviting to that next event. Is it Sioux Falls? Is it in Tempe? Is it in Boston? Is it in Florida? Like whatever the event that you're going to go to, that's where you want to bring your prospects. But you can also do a virtual event. Those collagen slides that I just shared with you guys, that's all public. You guys can use those. We have these slides available. You can do a Zoom. Invite 25 of your friends to come learn about collagen. Do you think some will enroll when they see how Sean is happy now? Sean, I love you, Sean. I love you, Mama Po. But you invite them to take a look at the gift of activation. But guys, work with your upline, your consultants, your support team, and they're going to help you about what information to share. We've been having a blast with collagen sip and glow parties. Like you don't even need a presentation. You give them a shot of collagen, you show them 25 before and afters, and they're like, sign me up. Play the Dr. Sar video, our dermatologist on YouTube, that YouTube video. That's all you need. They're like, what do you show? I'm like, I show the before and afters, I play a video, and they take the collagen and they buy. That is a quick tip to get to diamond. Now I'm going to give you guys some scripts. You guys can take screenshots because we're running out of time. Take screenshots, take pictures, put this in your arsenal. These are just ideas. Now, if you have or said, hey, listen, I want to run to diamond. I want to make $1,200 a month starting March. Like, let's go. Let's grow. Tank. Did I do that? Oh, it might have been my hand. Lo siento. Okay. So for the gimme script, this is for like your family. Okay. Sean Poe.
Test, test. Test, test.
Hello, 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 hello.
He's gonna update it.
She does.
Hello, 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 hello. Yay sound. And that's the secret sauce of how to get customers. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, so I told everybody here, I was like, Evolve is so hot, we're burning through mics. All right, so here's the gimme script. Hey, Auntie, I just launched my Life Manage business. I'm looking for 10 to 15 personal friends and family members to give me their honest testimonial of the product. Would you really be willing to support me and document your journey on our flagship products? It would seriously help me out. People love helping you out. And you can say, hey, listen, like I need my personal people. There's a lot of people seeing results. I need my people to see results to help me launch my business. Another thing, oh no. No, the clicker. Oh, okay. Here's the direct approach. Girl, I seriously just found the fountain of youth. I'm actually geeking out over the results people are having and the science. If I sent you some details, would you take a look? Everyone on the planet needs this. Now, you might be like the most reserved, conservative person. She's like, that's me. Use your own language, right? But there's really like, write these down. You've got to see this. You've got to try this. You've got to hear about it. You've got to get on this. Everybody, like those instructional things gets people excited. Now I'll tell you the best script is when you speak from the heart. Do you want to help? Is that do you want to take this and help them? Batteries? Is that what it is? Okay. The best script is when you speak from the heart. Guys, what are you excited about with LifeVantage products? What got you started? What's been your result? What's in it for them? Everybody goes around. I want you to imagine them plugged into the same television or same radio station, WIIFM. What's in it for me? Yeah, you want to go diamond, but they want to know, how am I going to feel? How am I going to look? What are the results I'm going to have? Is it going to solve my problems? Is it going to work? Is it proven? Are there results? Is it affordable? Like that's what they're asking. Why should they take a look? Why is this collagen different than the others? Like you've got to see this. Nobody's ever had results like this. Next slide. Now in step 3 of launching or relaunching your business, I highly recommend that you let the tools do the selling. So whatever your team uses, every team has like different tools that they use, like whether it be an ABC prime time or a collagen video or the studies or the patents, just even your website. Like people are like, what's in it? I just send them to the product pages on our website. Our website's so stunning. There's videos on all of them. I'm like, go look at it. I don't know what's in it. It just tastes good. It's really good. And just pass it along. Now, closing tips. This is the best advice I can give you. How many guys want to go diamond? Say yes. Is that every time you share the products, send them a cart. So you go to your website, you throw like the Healthy Glow Stack in a cart, and there's this little button, share. It's like a little paperclip, a little link, whatever, a little link. You click on that, copy the link, it's cookied to you. I don't know what cookies are. I love cookies, but they say it's cookied to you, which means it's coded to you. So when they go buy on that link, it sends them straight to the shopping cart and they order. Do you guys want to know this? 80% of all carts that are created are purchased. Guys, I just talk to people and then I send them a cart. This is what I recommend. Get started here. These are my favorite products. This is the best stack for your needs. And when you've used the products, you know what the best products are for their needs. If this makes sense, say yep. Also, don't sell with your wallet. You might be on a budget. You might be frugal. You might be conscientious of it. But guys, I'm telling you, share the stack that's best for them. I have some customers that order over $400 for them and their spouse? A month. Like, don't put your financial limitations on somebody else. Give them what they need. They can always take one product out. Like, I'd rather start with these 5 products. You can remove what you don't want, but this is what I'd recommend and start from there. Now, customer care, step 4 of going diamond. The relationship continues after they enroll, right? With our old plan, we earned a ton in Smart Start bonuses, but we didn't have a ton of incentive to stay in touch with that customer. Write this down. Your customer is not a transaction. Your customer is not a transaction. It's a doorway. It's a doorway to a changed life. It's a doorway to a raving customer, a raving fan of Life Edge. It's a doorway to a transformation. It's a doorway to referrals. It's a doorway to a possible future consultant if they have a good experience. So you want to maintain and stay connected. This is my recommended sequence. Obviously, on the day that they order, if your team has like a Facebook group of customers, talk with your upline and see like, hey, do we have a Facebook group? Should we start one? Whatever. You can throw them into that Facebook group, but like send them a thank you note. Either like an email or a text message or even like a little note card. Go to the dollar store, Dollar Tree, and get little note cards, thank you cards, and get a bunch of them, like 10 of them for like $2, and send them a little thank you card. Thank you so much, Helen, for your order and supporting me. I can't wait to see your results. Then I always say on day 1, text me when you get your order. Text me when you get the box. Message me right away because I want them to open it and take it. And if it's on college, I want to make sure, did you take your photos? Take your photos, get your makeup off, get into the good lighting. Like, I want them to start documenting the journey, but I want them to use the products. Because a lot of times people will buy something and it sits on the counter for weeks. And then their next subscription, they're like, I have too much. No, we want their journey to start immediately. Faster they can see results. Touch 3 would be when they renew on their subscription. So when their next order hits, thank them again. The attitude of gratitude. Thank you so much for your order. And then ask them, how are you liking your results? This can open up a whole doorway of referrals. And maybe even like, hey, do you know anybody that would love results like these? I build my business by referrals. Do you know anybody else who would love to see this and feel this the way you are? Now, customer care, it's important to get them on subscription. Not only does it, 1, get you the best pricing, it gets their product to them consistently. We don't want gaps of their story. We don't want them getting off the products. We know that even with our like Pro Tandem line, not everyone feels it right away. They say give it 1 month for every decade you've been alive. So if you're 50, they need 5 months. How are you going to chase them for 5 months on retail orders? You need to get them on subscription. Set up that immediately. It automatically enrolls them into the reward circle so that they can get discounts when they hit 200 in spend. And then it simplifies follow-up because corporate is also going to message them. How many guys love corporate working for us? Raise your hand. Say woo in the chat if you love corporate working for us. Like, put them to work. They will message your customers about new promos and products. And most importantly, this. It makes it simple to get repeat orders because if you want to go diamond, I don't know about you guys, I don't want to sell 4,000 every month new. I want them ordering over and over. I want the subscriptions to stack. So in closing, guys, create your story, share stories daily, launch or relaunch your business, close with class, send them a card, say, hey, you got to do this. You're going to love it. Trust me. And of course, care for your customers. So with that, I'm going to pass it back over to Tyler really quick, just to kind of put a bow on what you've learned today with Evolve and what you guys need to do moving forward into our next few months. So over to you, Ty.
Okay. Is this working now? I'm so glad that the mic went out on her and not me, because I'm not a good dancer. So I'm not good at that part, Rachel. So good for you. All right, you guys, let's close this thing out. You guys ready? What do we do? What's the call to action? What are we going to do tomorrow? Right. So the company came out and they made a little sheet for you. Okay. They made this. This is such a good sheet. What it's going to allow you to do is it's going to be able to allow you to track all of your activity. So it just talks about month 1, month 2, month 3. I'd get at least 12 of these if I were you, right? And if you're going to do more than the minimum, I'd probably get at least 4 of these, and I'd probably try to do one of them every week. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Just depends on how fast you want to go. I can tell you right now, when this kind of stuff was when I was approached with this, the minimum was not good enough for me. There's something in this industry, you guys, that will really benefit you. And it's the energy that is created when you do a massive amount of action in a short period of time. Okay. What happens when you do that is it creates an excitement that you have no control over, and it just takes over. Do a massive amount of action in a short period of time. The biggest leaders that I know in this industry, the ones that I've met throughout the years, the biggest leaders I know, they enroll in bunches. They don't enroll one a month. They don't enroll one every 3 months. They don't go to one meeting a year. They enroll in bunches. And the reason for that is this. That first phone call you make every day is very hard. The first one is you're nervous. You don't know what they're going to say. They're going to have questions that you're not prepared to answer, even if you try to prepare before you call. But the second call, if you're anything like me, you're just a little bit more prepared. You're a little bit more prepared for the question that's going to come. I'm prepared with that answer. And the second call can still have a couple questions that you don't know. But by the time you get to the third or the fourth or the fifth call that day, if you're anything like me, there's a little teeny bit of competitiveness that happens. And I am so angry that that fifth person is seeing this no matter what, right? So I would say do this in bunches. Do it all at the same time. Sharpen your knife as fast as you can. Don't let it dull up overnight. Don't let it dull up over the next week. Don't let that knife dull over a month. Does that make sense? So use these charts. When I had these things, you guys, I made my names list and I went through them all. I'd put them all on there as fast as I could possibly get them. I love that the company has done this. It allows you to track the 3-in-1 that we talked about. That's the call to action that we want you guys to follow for the masses, right? This simple little way to track all that. So get that and use it, okay? This is a 3-step process. Sell to new customers, get your 100 SV at a rate of choice each month. Maintain those customers each month with the reward circle and loyalty program, and then convert those customers to consultants when they're interested. And how is that going to happen? How are you going to convert customers to consultants? A lot of us that have been around this industry for a long time, we started out with the consultant message and then we defaulted to the customer message, right? A lot of us did that. But we did that because the old plan would not pay you to bring them in as customers. The new plan allows you to make so much money from the customer enrollment that your friend that you've been talking to for a year or two, or like what Rachel was saying, that you're just going to keep giving them so much information that they're finally going to break and they're going to want to do what you're doing. Those people are going to start asking you, how are you doing with this business? How is it working for you? And because we pay so much for the customers now, you're going to start generating a lot larger checks than you've ever seen in this company before. It allows you to have the conversation of, hey, I'm doing really well. I just need me and a couple other people. Do you want to make an extra $1,200 a month? Let me show you what I've been doing for the last few months. Believe it or not, you guys, an extra $1,200 a month is a lot of money to a lot of people. Believe it or not, it is relief. It's a little bit of financial relief for a lot of people. Okay. So go do these things. All right. Convert those customers to consultants. What do we have to have? You and 2. That's it. You and 2, 20 grand a year. Okay. All right. Add 3 new customers, 1 new consultant each month. Each of your teams maximize the college and cash and the Run to Pro 4 incentive. How many of you guys are close to the Pro 4 incentive? The Run to Pro 4, it's that $400 for hitting Pro 4 by what? March 1st, right? We got to get it done by the Evolve event. And then you want to build to bronze. And so the build to bronze is part of the MVP program where you're signing up new consultants. And that is your roadmap. If you guys will do this consistently for the next year, I believe that this company is going to go through the same type of growth curve that we went through in those first 3 to 4 years. How many of you guys wish you'd have been part of those first 3 or 4 years? So you want to go through that? You want to experience that? You want the difference this time is going to be? You want to know the difference between today and the next 3 or 4 years versus the last 3 or 4 years is going to be? The first 3 or 4 years was pure chaos. It's pure chaos. It was just throw mud on the wall, see what sticks. Let's see what's left at the end of the day. That's what it was. Does it feel like we've grown up a little bit with this plan, you guys? Does the company feel a little more organized? Does it feel like we might have just a little teeny bit better idea of how to make this thing smooth, make the transition easier? Does it feel like we've used the data points that we needed to use to create a plan that we can really focus on rewarding you for the behaviors that we know will build your business? Does it feel like that? This next run's going to be organized, you guys. It's going to be fast. It's also going to be bigger than the first one, which means we should build bigger. We should actually have a lot more people hit the higher ranks of the company this time around. We made those ranks just a teeny bit easier to hit. So the question is this, is it going to be you? Okay. All of you guys watching this, is it going to be you? How many people on your team are you going to move to that EC1 rank, that old Pro 7 rank? How many of you guys are you going to move into this 3-in-1 program and get them to that extra $20,000 a year? That's the question. Take advantage of it. Don't look back and wish you had been a part of this 3 or 4 years of growth like we all wish you could have been part of the first 3 or 4. Don't look back. Don't have that regret. Okay. All right, you guys, this is where we're going. Take a picture of that. This is where we're at. If someone came to me and I was looking at this for the first time, I would say, where's everybody going to be? Where can I send my people? Do you know anybody in any of those cities, any of those states? I basically had a rule because I grew up in Richfield, Utah. If there was a meeting within 3 hours for me to drive, I was there. Okay, that was my rule. If I could get there within 3 hours, I was there every time. I did not miss a meeting. I had my mentor tell me that the only sin you can commit in this game is when you start missing events. That's really the biggest sin you can commit is missing events and not having your team at those events. So write that stuff down. That's where we're going to be. Every single member of the Field Advisory Board is committed to this. They're all traveling, every single one of them. I would tell you that we're probably going to hit most of these locations more than once. So we're going to hit this in January, this next 2 weeks. We'll hit it again in February. We'll hit it again in March. Now, some of you guys, I've heard this in the past, and I'm just going to tell you, if you are trying to figure out who the speaker is because you think you need to protect your team from one speaker versus the other, or my team's only going to relate to that speaker or this speaker, you are making a massive mistake. Okay. You're going to have all kinds of different presentations at these. You're going to have an opportunity meeting that some are going to be product focused, like the one that you saw today. You're going to have some that are very opportunity focused, like some of these others will be, but you're going to have a nice balance. Your team is made up of people that care about both sides of that. Some of your team will care about just opportunity and the money side. Some of your team will just care about the product side. Believe it or not, every team will be made up of both of those. The worst thing you can do is try to decide how your team has to build. Why don't you let them decide? Why don't you let them decide what's going to appeal to them and get everybody to every single meeting, okay? That's how you build this business. I was taught early on, and it was very hard for me. I was taught early on that not everyone thinks like me. Hard for me. I thought everyone cared about money and all it was zeros in your bank account and a big number in front of them, right? That's what I thought. Turns out not everyone thinks like that. And as soon as I realized that it was my job to get people in front of the information that they were passionate about, my team exploded. That's how Marcel and I had all of our success. Learn to help meet people where they're at. Get them the information at where they're at. Okay, so get them to all these meetings, you guys. They're all over the place. You can see we're traveling all over. So participate in this thing. I hope you guys have enjoyed what we've done here. This is a disclosure. I'm going to end this Zoom with this disclosure because I know that will make Alyssa happy for what I said about getting through the corporate slides earlier. Okay. We'll leave that up for her and her benefit. But we're going to turn the Zoom off right now, you guys. Thanks for participating. Are we good?